Are you exhausted from battling the same self-doubts and mental barriers that keep showing up no matter how hard you try to push through them? You're not alone in this struggle. Millions of people remain trapped by invisible chains called limiting beliefs. Those quiet whispers in your mind that convince you you're not smart enough, talented enough, or worthy enough to achieve your dreams. But what if I told you that the very act of focusing on yourself is the master key to shattering these mental prisons? Napoleon Hill spent over 25 years studying the most successful individuals in history, and he discovered something revolutionary about limiting beliefs that changes everything. These mental barriers aren't fixed truths about who you are. They're simply programs running in your subconscious that can be completely rewritten when you understand the right techniques. The strategies you're about to learn aren't just theory. They're battle-tested methods that millionaires and achievers have used to transform their self-image and unlock their true potential. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 5 powerful principles that will teach you not just how to identify and eliminate limiting beliefs, but how to replace them with unshakable confidence and self-belief. But here's what most self-help gurus won't tell you. This transformation requires you to go against everything society has taught you about focusing on others first, and instead, embrace the radical power of purposeful self-focus. The most successful people throughout history have understood a fundamental truth that Napoleon Hill discovered in his extensive research. The quality of your external world is always a direct reflection of your internal world. When you focus on yourself, not in a selfish way but in a purposeful, growth-oriented manner, you gain the power to transform everything around you. Hill observed that individuals who conquered their limiting beliefs did so by turning their attention inward first, understanding that lasting change always begins from within. Most people spend their lives looking outward for validation, answers, and solutions to their problems. But this approach keeps them trapped in cycles of disappointment and frustration. The moment you shift your focus from external circumstances to internal development, you reclaim your power as the creator of your own experience. Hill called this the principle of personal responsibility, the understanding that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but rather the architect of your destiny through your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When you truly focus on yourself, you stop making excuses and start making progress. You stop waiting for permission and start giving it to yourself. This isn't about ignoring others or becoming self-centered. It's about recognizing that you cannot give what you don't have, and you cannot lead others to places you haven't been yourself. The strongest leaders, entrepreneurs, and achievers understand that self-focus is actually the most generous thing you can do. Because when you work on yourself, you become a source of inspiration and possibility for everyone around you. But there's a specific way Hill taught this self-focus that most people completely misunderstand. Napoleon Hill discovered that limiting beliefs operate like invisible chains, restricting your potential while remaining largely unnoticed by your conscious mind. These beliefs often masquerade as facts about reality, when in truth they're simply stories you've told yourself so many times that you've forgotten. They're just stories. The first step in crushing these mental barriers is conducting what Hill called a belief audit, a systematic examination of the thoughts and assumptions that govern your daily actions and decisions. Your limiting beliefs didn't appear overnight. They were carefully constructed over years through repeated experiences, social conditioning, and the well-meaning but often misguided opinions of others. Hill observed that successful people had learned to question everything they believed about themselves and their capabilities, especially the beliefs that seemed most obviously true. The most dangerous limiting beliefs are often the ones that feel completely reasonable and logical, because they're the ones you never think to challenge. Here's a powerful exercise Hill recommended. For the next week, pay attention to the automatic thoughts that arise when you consider pursuing your biggest goals or dreams. Write down every excuse, every reason why it won't work, every limitation you automatically assume. These thoughts will reveal the exact beliefs that have been sabotaging your success. Most people are shocked to discover how many self-imposed limitations they've been carrying around without realizing it. But once you see these beliefs clearly, something incredible happens that changes everything about how you approach challenges. Hill developed what he called the self-confidence formula, a systematic method for replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones that actually serve your success. This formula wasn't just positive thinking, it was a precise mental technology that successful people use to rewire their subconscious programming. The key insight was that your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, which means you can literally reprogram your beliefs through deliberate mental practice. The formula works by combining written affirmations with emotional visualization and consistent repetition over time. Hill discovered that when you write down new empowering beliefs about yourself, read them aloud with genuine emotion, and visualize yourself already embodying these beliefs, your subconscious begins to accept them as true. But here's the crucial part most people miss. The emotional component is absolutely essential. Your subconscious responds to feeling, not just words, so you must infuse your new beliefs with genuine excitement, gratitude, and conviction. Start by writing down 3 empowering beliefs that directly contradict your biggest limitations. For example, if you believe I'm not smart enough, write I have a brilliant mind capable of learning anything I set my focus on. Read these statements every morning and evening while visualizing yourself already living as this person. Notice how your behavior naturally begins to align with these new beliefs within just a few days. Hill called this auto-suggestion, the practice of deliberately influencing your own subconscious mind. But there's one specific timing technique that makes this formula exponentially more powerful. One of Hill's most profound discoveries was the principle that your focused attention acts like a magnifying glass, making whatever you concentrate on grow larger in your experience. When you focus on your limitations, problems, and fears, they expand and seem to multiply. But when you deliberately focus on your strengths, opportunities, and possibilities, those aspects of your reality begin to expand instead. This isn't wishful thinking. It's how your brain's reticular activating system actually works. It filters reality to show you more of whatever you're paying attention to. Successful people understand that focus is not just about concentration, it's about conscious selection. Every moment you're choosing what to give your mental energy to, and these choices compound over time to create your life experience. When you focus on yourself in a positive, growth-oriented way, you begin to notice opportunities, resources, and solutions that were always there but invisible to you before. Hill observed that achievers had trained themselves to automatically focus on what was working, what was possible, and what they could control. Here's a practical technique you can start using immediately. Create what Hill called a daily focus ritual. Each morning, spend 5 minutes writing down 3 things you're grateful for about yourself, 3 strengths you possess, and 3 opportunities you can act on today. This simple practice trains your attention to automatically look for the positive and possible, rather than the negative and limiting. People who do this consistently report dramatic shifts in their confidence, mood, and results within just 1 week. But most people quit this practice after a few days because they don't understand why it works so powerfully. Hill understood that self-belief isn't a feeling that magically appears. It's a muscle that must be developed through consistent exercise. Every time you keep a small promise to yourself, take action despite feeling afraid, or choose growth over comfort, you're building what he called faith in yourself. This faith becomes the foundation for crushing any limiting belief, because when you truly trust yourself, external circumstances lose their power to shake your confidence. The secret to building unshakable self-belief lies in what Hill termed the accumulation of evidence. Your subconscious mind looks for proof to support whatever beliefs you hold. So when you deliberately create evidence of your capability through small daily actions, you're literally building a case for your own success. This evidence doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be as simple as completing a workout you didn't feel like doing, finishing a book you started, or following through on a commitment to yourself or others. Create your own belief-building practice by choosing one small action each day that requires you to stretch beyond your comfort zone. It could be having a difficult conversation, learning something new, or taking a step toward a goal that scares you. Track these actions in a journal and celebrate each one as proof of your strength and capability. Over time, you'll accumulate so much evidence of your own resilience and potential that limiting beliefs simply can't survive in that environment. Hill called this the compound effect of self-trust, and it's perhaps the most powerful force for personal transformation ever discovered. The person you become through this process will surprise even you. There you have it, 5 transformative principles from Napoleon Hill's research that reveal the true power of focusing on yourself to crush limiting beliefs. But remember, awareness without action is just entertainment. The real magic happens when you take these insights and immediately begin applying them to your own life. Start today by conducting your limiting beliefs audit, implementing Hill's self-confidence formula, or beginning your daily focus ritual. Your limiting beliefs have held you back long enough. Every day you allow these mental barriers to remain in place is another day stolen from the extraordinary life you're meant to live. The person you're capable of becoming is waiting on the other side of these beliefs, but that person can only emerge when you have the courage to focus on yourself with intention, compassion, and unwavering commitment to your growth. If this video ignited something inside you, and you're ready to completely transform your relationship with yourself and your potential, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. We are building a community of individuals who refuse to let limiting beliefs define their destiny. Drop a comment below and share which limiting belief you are ready to crush first. I read every comment, and I'm here to support your journey toward unshakable self-belief and unlimited possibility.